Good evening, everybody. Let's get going. So first of all, who am I? I had a traditional finance career. I then found corporate development, which meant that I actually had to get my hands dirty on product development, channel development, technology acquisition, actually running factories when things went wrong. I then ended up doing corporate development in disposals. And then 10 years ago, I found London's startup scene. I couldn't understand what was happening at all. So I started to write original research on initially digital media, then Fintech, and then Govtech. And what do I do now? I explain the strategic forces to corporates, but the thing that really motivates me is doing more research and mentoring startups. I just love it. So I'm going to give you some predictions, which no doubt you'll come and tell me about in 12 months. Remind me how wrong I was. The wrong way. Right. So I've researched the 1,200 ICOs that there have been over the last probably 2.5 years. I got to about number 400, and I said, I can't understand this coin. What is it? Means of exchange, unit of account, methods of money. What is it? I can't get this. And I realized I've been looking at the wrong end of the whole technology. And the technology really is not the technology, but what are the business models? And of these 1,300 business models, some are going to be successful and will gain traction. And I now go on to another prediction, which looks at big tech, and maybe one of the reasons why ICOs may gain traction. I think big tech is in big trouble and is going to face an increasing hostile regulatory environment. Every day, the sergeants of arms, Prince William, George Soros, you name it, the message gets worse for big tech. And you'll notice a red line there, and which indicates another boundary. I like history, and 110 years ago, the Rockefellers, Andrew Carnegie and J.P. Morgan owned the United States lock, stock and barrel, and they were broken up. And I think, as a prediction, big tech just seems to be heading in that direction, not showing up to the politicians in the United States and in the United Kingdom. 5 countries worth of politicians earlier in the week. They're not doing themselves any favor. And in a power game between government and technology, there's only one winner: government. I think AI and data will be regulated before we really understand how it works and all the potential applications. It very much research grade computer science, convoluted neural networks, deep learning, affective computing for sentiment, very, very new technologies. However, I think we might end up very shortly it becoming regulated by people who have been watching The Terminator too many times. Govtech. So Govtech could become bigger than Fintech. And in the United Kingdom, we stumbled into a position, like we always do, of becoming a technology leader in Govtech. And Govtech basically is the service design based on user focus of government systems. And the government spends more, globally, the government spends more on IT systems than anybody else in the world. You know, but it's service design, it's not the technology. I think 2019 is going to be the year of the digital challenger banks. If you notice the one at the top, Revolut, earlier in the week it says that we're signing one person up every 5 seconds. That's 17,000 people a day. You know, remarkable. And I think they're going to have a big impact in the banking world. Health tech. I think health tech, digital health tech, is real. To get approval from the FDA for an electrocardiogram is quite amazing. In the UK, we're also leaders in this, and the insurers are on to this. You get a discount for wearing your Apple Watch. China's TechFin and new retail are ahead of the West and will stay ahead of the West. The scale of Tencent and the scale of Ant Financial is 3 to 5 times the size of the comparable institutions in the West. And the retailing package to blend online and offline into experience, again, is far ahead of Western retailers. Afritech, I think, will continue to change people's lives, and the symbiotic relationship between mobile phone technology, payments, and health, agriculture, energy, solar, sanitation, housing, and transport. And I'd just like to focus on one of the illustrations I give there. BitPesa started off as a Bitcoin money transfer system in Kenya. They've done a deal with Sompo Digital Laboratory in Tokyo, and it's tech transfer from Nairobi to Tokyo. That will be unbelievable 2 or 3 years ago. And finally on Afritech, the red line's the number of people who have a mobile phone bank account in Kenya. And so 12 years ago, there were 4,000 places where you could cash in or cash out. Now there are 200,000 places, and there are 44.3 million people who have a mobile bank account in Kenya. And that is an index of human development. And that's it.